Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome from Frankfurt am Main to another review. Today we have a look at the dive case for your Insta360 ONE X2. By the way, it's a sponsored product for this camera, and with that case you will be able to dive in your next holiday down to 45 meters, which is equivalent to 147 feet. It is a scratch proof lens guard, hydrophobic lens coating. Here's the box from the other side. That's the box from this side. It costs around about 90 bucks. Make also sure to follow me on Telegram and Instagram. And by the way, you can find the link to this case in the video description below if you would like to support my channel. ONE X2 dive case instructions. That's the case, which feels really solid. No question about that. You have a bag to protect that case while you're traveling. Maybe you have some keys in your bag, and to prevent that case from being scratched, you have that bag. Then you have a tool. I don't know, to be honest, for what that tool is, but I will find that out for you. You have that adapter for your a tripod mount, with a tripod mount. That action mount screw. Here's the user guide with big graphics inside. And here are the anti-fog inserts. The user guide is written in English, and I guess that's Chinese. So here's the case with the awesome build quality. On the side we have two locks. Just pull the small switch down and the case opens. What I mean with that is just make sure you do this and that on the other side. And I already put one anti-fog pad inside. And there's a little hole, if you can see that. And that little hole is for that button here. So make sure you place that into the case and make sure that this hole is in between the button. See that you can still push it. Now you need to grab your Insta360 ONE X2, which is here, and make sure that this button here is located where this button here is. Make sure you push it in, and then we just try it out before we close that case. So now I turned on the camera and let me see if that button works. See, there is a reaction. So if I stop that video, it works, so that button works. And just make sure you try that out before you close that case. Now you grab the other part. To lock, simply hook the two hooks into the device like this and tighten it. Now the case is fully closed. And now your camera is waterproof down to 45 meters or 147 feet. One thing I would like to try out now is, are the buttons working correctly? Let me try that out. As you can see, we're now start to record a video, and I'm really interested to know if the camera ignores the case, which would be great. However, I'm gonna try that out later on. Here's the attachment with the included screw. You probably have these ones at home if you were using a GoPro or any other action cam out there, because they are like all the same. And now I know for what the tool is, to tighten that screw. I've never saw that, to be honest. But it's good, so you can make sure that that screw is completely tight. And if you now have a selfie stick with a normal tripod mount, you can use it and go diving. So how about the price-performance ratio? If you use that camera on a daily basis and you're in a country with a high humidity or you go diving a lot, I would get that case definitely. If you are going to dive for a single day and you're not sure whether you want to use that camera for a different time or for a different opportunity, I wouldn't necessarily spend 90 bucks for it, because if I remember correct, the camera is waterproof anyways, down to 5 meters. However, if you're making money with all your YouTube videos, for instance, out there, I would get that case if I would use it on a daily basis. Everyone, I'm inside the Insta360 Studio app, which I can recommend highly to you, because in here you have the option to select several things here at the side. It's called stitching. It's kind of interesting that the camera automatically detects that the dive case is connected to the camera. So on this side here, you can select if you were above the water or if you were underwater. I don't know really what is it changing. Let me go a little bit forward. So, I mean, that's underwater. Do you notice anything? Are the colors changing? I have no idea. I mean, we were at a lake in the area around Frankfurt. If you're going on safari or to the Great Barrier Reef or whatever, and you have really clear water, you might see a huge difference. But as you can see, this lake here, you can't see much. However, I still wanted to show you that you can select being underwater and above the water. Here's an HDR scene, which I also recorded. I was moving quite quick, and you can only see the lower part of the dive case. You select this one. To be honest, the colors are looking quite okay. And just imagine you're underwater and you have a lot of fishes, corals and all that kind of stuff. It does look kind of amazing. That was a slow motion clip. Here's a different clip that I wanted to show you. So just imagine you're in a desert and you're visiting Dubai and you are afraid that some small sand particles are coming into the camera. I can recommend to use the dive case, because then you don't need to be afraid that you have any sand particles inside your camera. Now, as you can see, I have selected above water. That's a slow motion clip. And only if you select this portion of the video, you will be able to see the dive case lower part. So that's how it looks like above water. Let me just select underwater if there's a huge difference. Not in my point of view. Normal, lens guards attached. Are there any colors changing? Not really. So if you notice the difference, whatever happens here, please make sure you leave a comment below, because I would also like to know what's exactly changing. And I just wanted to give you the idea that you have some options using the free Insta360 Studio app. Once you have attached the dive case, select where you would like the path file and then hit OK. Depends a little bit on the file size. For about 4.5 gigabytes to export, it took me around 15 minutes.